Most people spend their whole lives trying to be liked. But the ones who walk into a room and command quiet respect, they're not doing more, they're doing something completely different. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let me tell you about Maria. She was the quietest person in her office, never raised her voice. Perceived control. Humans are wired to respect people who appear to control their emotions and their environment. This traces back to survival instinct. In early tribes, the calm person under pressure was the one others trusted to lead in a crisis. Loud, reactive people signaled danger. Calm people signaled safety and authority. That instinct never left us. Watch any negotiation, courtroom scene, or family argument. The person who stays calm while everyone else gets emotional is the one people start listening to. Even a calm teacher earns more respect than one who yells, even if the yelling teacher is technically in charge. So here's your first technique. Practice the pause before responding to criticism or bad news. Wait 3 full seconds before speaking. That pause signals emotional control, and it makes your words feel deliberate instead of reactive. Most people respond instantly. The person who pauses looks like they're choosing their response, not being controlled by it. Picture this. If someone insults your work in front of colleagues, instead of defending yourself, instantly you pause, nod, and say, "That's an interesting take." Let's look at the details. That single pause reframes the entire power dynamic. You didn't get smaller, you got harder to shake. Now here's where it gets interesting. There's a psychological phenomenon called emotional contagion. People often mirror the emotional state of those around them. While others get emotional, people tend to perceive you as more composed and trustworthy. Your calmness becomes contagious. Interactions feel more settled. That's why calm people seem to have an invisible authority. It's one of the ways human psychology often works in social interactions. Your composure influences how others experience you, which brings us to technique 2. Set one small boundary this week. Say, "I can't take this on right now," instead of overcommitting, or calmly disagree in a group instead of nodding along. But here's what most people miss. We're taught that being agreeable and easy to please builds respect. It doesn't. It builds likability, and that's not the same thing. Excessive agreeableness actually lowers perceived status, because respect requires boundaries. People who agree with everything get quietly filed away as low status. The people we respect most aren't the easiest to convince. They're warm, but not walkovers. Think about the coworker who occasionally pushes back on unrealistic deadlines. People trust their word more than someone who agrees to everything and resents it later. Boundaries aren't walls. They're proof that there's someone real behind the niceness. There's one more layer most people miss entirely. Respect isn't built in dramatic moments. It's built in small, repeated signals. Holding eye contact a second longer, speaking slightly slower. Instead of rushing, not filling every silence with nervous talk. These micro behaviors tell the brain you're not desperate for approval, and nothing earns respect faster than someone who clearly doesn't need it. But here's the twist that changes everything. The moment you stop trying to be respected, people start respecting you. It sounds backwards, but it's how human psychology actually works. Desperation is visible. It leaks out in tiny ways, rushing your words, seeking approval in people's faces, over-explaining yourself. People feel it instantly, even if they can't name it. But someone who's genuinely comfortable with themselves, it's magnetic. That's what Maria had. So here's the real lesson. Respect isn't about being the loudest or the most agreeable person in the room. It's about mastering yourself first. Control your reactions. Protect your boundaries. Let your calm speak louder than your words ever could. People forget what you said in the heated moment. They remember how unshaken you looked while saying it. If you want to understand more hidden patterns of human behavior, influence, and the darker, unspoken side of psychology that most people are completely blind to manipulation tactics, people use on you every single day without you even realizing it's subscribed to human mind signals. We're just scratching the surface here. What's underneath will change how you see every interaction in your life. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss what's coming. See you in the next one.